What does Alfred Hitchcock have to do with the Minions? Let's explore that and other hidden details you can find at Universal Studios Orlando. Welcome to Roaming Yeti's Travel Beyond the Guidebook, where we help our busy fellow adventurers maximize their limited vacation time. I'm your host and head Yeti, Beth Scalacci. I'm here to share stories, hidden gems, and insider tips to help you plan trips that are unique and meaningful to you. In each episode, I delve into the world of pop culture destinations, theme parks, roadside attractions, and nostalgic locations. And you know what? We're uncovering their secrets and backstories. Are you ready? Let's roam! Welcome back. Today's episode is a little insider information about some of the hidden details and Easter eggs you can find at Universal Studios Orlando. Is this information needed to have a great time at the park? No, but it can enhance your experience and give you something else to do if you aren't a big rider of rides. Rider of rides. Wow, I sort of want that on my business card now. Head Yeti and rider of rides. Okay, sorry about that. Back to topic. Let's jump into 10 hidden gems of attractions, both past and present. First up, let's talk about one of the opening day rides that unfortunately has been replaced, and that is Jaws. There are a few Easter eggs related to Jaws in the London Diagon Alley area, where the ride was originally located. Before you head into Diagon Alley, you are in the London section of the park, and you will find a record store window. Now, in that window, you're going to find a record called "Here's to Swimming with Bow-Legged Women," and it's by the Quint Trio. This is a line said by Quint in the movie. The next hidden detail is actually located in Diagon Alley, and there is a great white shark jawbone in the apothecary shop windows next to Florian Fortescue's ice cream parlor. Potter fans, please don't come at me for mispronouncing that. Lastly, if you dare to enter Nocturne Alley, listen closely to the shrunken heads who occasionally sing Quint, Brody, and Hooper's favorite tune, "Show Me the Way to Go Home." Next up is another oldie but goodie attraction, and that was Twister Ride It Out. I do remember this attraction as well from our trip over 20 years ago, and I remember really enjoying it. There are two fun nods to this former attraction, and they're located near Race Through New York, starring Jimmy Fallon. So to the right of Jimmy's marquee are two windows, and they're themed like an old-fashioned newspaper office. Since Jimmy replaced Twister Ride It Out, you can find a few spots with a few nods, including an advertisement for Twister Cola, and a shirt that looks a lot like the blue one Bill Paxton was wearing in the pre-show of the Twister Ride It Out attraction. Next up, we're going to talk Ghostbusters Spooktacular. And you can also find a tribute to them. And the Ghostbusters show entrance was through the iconic firehouse facade. And even though the attraction was removed, this structure still remains. And as a small tribute to the former attraction, there's a window that is for Above and Beyond Paranormal Travel Agent, and you can find it there. So definitely check that out. Next up, we're going to head over to the Revenge of the Mummy roller coaster, which replaced Confrontation in 2004. Wow, that was a mouthful. And there are several Easter eggs paying homage to Kong within the ride itself. So when you're on the ride vehicle and you're going through the throne room and it's filled with treasure, look towards the front of the room on the left and you'll see a small statue of King Kong. And next up, you didn't think I was going to talk about Universal Studios without talking about Fast and Furious Supercharged, did you? No way. Before it was Fast and Furious, it was Earthquake, the big one. And then Earthquake, the big one, was replaced by Disaster, a major motion picture ride starring you. So now when you're in the queue of the Fast and Furious Supercharged, when you get to the mechanics room, you will see a jacket and it's on a chair, and it actually will have a Disaster Studios patch on the jacket, as a nod to the previous attraction. Another attraction that Fast and Furious Supercharged impacted was the Beetlejuice Graveyard Review. So you can actually see a figure of Beetlejuice in the mechanics room as well. Now, if you take the single rider queue, so if you're single ridering it, you're going to look for a case of keys, and this is considered Dom's trophy case. So it contains the keys and the pink slip for the cars that the characters have won in their street races. Remember I said that it used to also be Earthquake, the big one. Well, there is a keychain that has Earthquake, the big one on it. So take a look, see if you can find that. And also, there may be a few other familiar names you see on those pink slips and keys. So definitely check that out if you go through this single rider queue. So number 6, now we're going to move on to the Bourne Stunt-tacular. And part of the facade outside the Bourne attraction is a display for motor accessories. Among the cans of Invader motor oil is a can for Terminator motor oil. Now, this is in reference to Terminator 2 3D, which the Bourne Stunt-tacular replaced. So here's where we're going to get to the part of the Minions and Alfred Hitchcock. Quite the pair, huh? So another opening day attraction was Alfred Hitchcock, The Art of Making Movies. Now, in between that and the current Minion Villain Con ride, it was Shrek 4D. But this Easter egg harkens back to the original. There is a sign in the queue that shows a schedule of presenters, and the top presenter is Norman Bates. Ring a bell? Yeah, that Norman Bates from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. So here are a few other fun details that you should check out. 2 of them include phones in the park, which is a lot of fun. So again, we're back in the London area, outside Diagon Alley, and a phone can be found inside an old-fashioned British phone booth near the entrance of Diagon Alley and King's Cross Station. If you pick up the phone and dial 62442 or Magic, a worker from the Ministry of Magic will pick up, informing you the ministry is officially closed for the day via a chaotic-sounding pre-recorded message. Another phone, a second interactive phone, is in an alley near Cletus's Chicken Shack in Springfield. A cardboard cutout of Nelson Muntz from The Simpsons marks its location. If you happen to be there when the phone rings, pick it up and you will get a pre-recorded prank call from Bart Simpson. So number 10. Men in Black. There are some fun Men in Black hidden details found in the queue and the ride. So when passing through the queue, try to jiggle the door handles for the rooms before moving on. For a fun little Easter egg left here by designers, the first door, which reads Oxygen Free Zone, will play an air sucking sound, and the second one, which reads Fingerprint Removal, will vibrate and display an electricity simulating lighting effect in the window. Now, on the actual ride at Men in Black, you are tasked with saving the world from aliens. Now, there is one alien that may catch your eye if you're paying close attention. So located in the beginning of the ride after your training session is a scene with a person in a baseball cap reading a newspaper. If you zap him just right, the newspaper lowers, revealing none other than Steven Spielberg, the executive producer for the film Men in Black. Side note, if you shoot him, he's worth a lot of points. Now, another thing you can do is if you get lucky, you can actually receive a secret tour. So as you're nearing the end of the ride, you can ask a Universal employee if they can arrange an immigration tour. And if a staff member is available, you'll be taken to the center of the immigration room in the middle of Men in Black headquarters. There you'll be able to get a closer look at the animatronic alien twins, snap some pictures, and even add your name to a sign-in sheet. Now, I'm going to say this tour is free, but availability really depends on whether staff is free to lead the tour, if the busyness of the ride, if the tour is fairly, so your chances are low, but it's worth a shot, right? If the park's not very busy, give it a try. Now, I am going to name one more here because I mentioned it before, but I think it needs repeated. So if you didn't listen to episode 50, Thrills and Chills, Universal Studios Orlando, you didn't hear about this one. Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket Roller Coaster. When you're on it, you can choose the music you want to listen to, and they have a list there, but there is a hidden list of codes. So what you want to do is you push and then hold the rocket logo for 5 to 10 seconds to bring up the number keypad. After pressing for a few seconds, you'll want to take your fingers off the logo briefly. Next, enter the 3-digit number for the hidden tracks. You'll need to do this very quickly, so be ready with it. Now, there's lists out there, but I feel like the only one that's really important to share is Rainbow Connection is code 902. That's 902. Like I said, you can find the list elsewhere, but that's the one I think is the most important. Honestly, these hidden details that Universal and Disney both do so well are really why they're the leaders in the theme park business. The care and the thought that they put into doing these things to either honor past rides, honor people that are important to the organization. They're just so amazing, and I just appreciate it so immensely. So I will be doing episodes for other parks similar to this. So please stay tuned for the hidden gems. Have you seen any of these before? Which one is your favorite? Let me know some I missed, because I know there's a bunch. I only sort of scratched the surface on this one. So let me know on social media or join our Facebook group, Roaming Yeti Travel Flurry. And you know what? Let's talk Easter eggs and hidden gems. I hope these episodes inspire you to get out and roam and use those vacation days to your fullest. Please follow or subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And if you like what we're doing here, tell a friend, and please leave a review and a rating. You can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook. Just search for The Roaming Yeti, and I'll talk to you soon. Keep roaming.